We are live. Can I hear anything? Yes, we are live, and I know it looks basically exactly the same. I have made progress, though. I should first say I'm the Etcetera kid. Welcome, everybody. This show is all about musical improvisation. Everything you're going to see me do tonight is made up on the spot. Well, not everything. Not everything I say. I'm sure I repeat myself, but musically. But I get a ton of help from you guys. You guys choose the starting BPM, the starting key, the keyboard sounds. I turn your usernames into drum loops. You guys name our tours, our venues, our songs, and teach our bot to be how to talk. It is a full-on collaboration, I should say. We are live today from the softer side of Yeehaw, as requested by Allegra. This is the third show of the Lightbulb Harvest tour. Man, only the third show? Man, crazy. Let's see who is here. Let me see who's here. I see that Worm Drake is here, 13th Nile, Stoosh Batiste, Allegra's here, MercerSkye, Frambox, cakejohnson, Enigma, Mr. Robert RunePenrod, Cool Blue Reason is here, Clarabo Buddy is here, Cubit is here. If I did not say their name, that's all I can see on my list at the moment. But welcome, everybody. Can you hear me okay? I'm probably a little quiet, but... And, oh, some of you guys have noticed... and Ran Sizzle is here. Hey, Ran Sizzle. I love seeing Ran Sizzle. Let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. As some of you guys have already discovered, we finally have the emote that you guys want more than anything else. The one that will be used more frequently than any other emote in our collection. I'm referring to, of course, ETC Oops. I'm pretty sure the ETC oops ratio to calps is going to be 1,000 oops for every one calp. I'm not sure what I've gotten myself into by adding this emote, but let me say this. Huge credit to Clarabo Bunny for designing it. It looks amazing. Clarabo Bunny has created some amazing artwork for this channel, including our sub badges, and ETC Bulb, now ETC Oops. I think we've got some other things in store for you soon, but thank you so much to Clarabo Bunny for creating this emote. ETC Oops. Let's see. So, believe it or not, I was talking a big game next week. I was like, Monday or Wednesday, things will be very different. And Monday's rolled around and not really, right? I have made some progress. There is a PVC structure that is above and behind me that you guys cannot see. It was designed so you cannot see it. It is not as stable as I had envisioned. I'm sure anybody, if I had told them my plan, would have told me, kid, this is not a good idea. It's not a good idea. But I don't think I had many options with the budget I had, and PVC was the easiest to work with. I think it'll be okay in the end, but it's not quite as stable as I would like. Fortunately, nothing heavy is going to be going on it. And then to my left is an enormous, literally, it's 15 feet by 9 feet green screen on wheels. And this I'm probably going to decide was the worst idea ever. And the reason it's on wheels, and it's not ready to use yet, is that I'm going to wheel it out very quickly. I probably, after doing it once, I'm gonna think it's the worst idea ever. But if I can do it fast enough, it'll be cool. And my plan for green screen is, as you guys know, I'm not a fan of green screen. I've talked a lot of trash about green screens, and I probably, on my FAQ, I probably said I would never have a green screen. And my plan with the green screen is not to, I'm not going to perform in front of the green screen. I think that looks cheeseball. Seriously cheeseball. But I want to have a little flexibility over what's behind me when I'm talking to you guys, and how I can put things on screen and stuff. But the challenge is, if any of you guys know about green screening, is I couldn't simply get one that was small because I've got this keyboard right there that goes all the way to the edge of the frame. So I need a green screen that goes all the way to the edge of the frame on both sides. So I need this massive green screen. Or every time I could move the keyboard out of the way, then I would only need a small green screen. Now, my style is not to think, let's just move the keyboard, keep things simple, and have a little screen. No, I decided to make it a huge screen. Big mistake. It's this enormous thing. It's anyway. But I'll tell you, I did mess around. I was curious. I was like, I'm gonna just to confirm my suspicions. I'm gonna try the psychedelic light show on the green screen. I mean, the fidelity is amazing, right? But it is very obvious that I'm standing in front of a green screen. But when it's projected, I think it looks so much better projected. It feels like it's really in the space. So yeah. Reginald Delaware says that screen isn't green. Oh, it is Reginald Delaware. It is green. I've just made it white. That would be something else. I've got a white projector screen. I get this massive green screen out just to make it white also, but a slightly different shade of white. Let's see. That's actually a fun idea. Cubit says, suggest you should play the pre-show on the green screen while showing us the empty instruments in front. That's a good idea. The only problem with that, Cubit, is that I'm pretty much running around in here all the way up till showtime, so it wouldn't really work. Yeah, believe it or not, the thing behind me is actually bright white. It is very white, but it's just not lit right now. Anyway, I'm talking a lot. Let's see. I wasn't sure if we'd have a show today. The studio is still in insane disrepair. I'm only doing one camera today. The lighting's all messed up. I probably look sort of yellow. But, and I've decided I'm not going to say any more days as to when I think I'm going to be ready, because I've been wrong so many times. So it'll happen when it happens. Our big fancy new light shows will happen when they happen. I hope before 2018. I hope before December, but Worm Drake says, are you bringing the green screen as close to you as possible and you still need one that's 15 feet? Well, the issue, Worm Drake, is that this keyboard goes out pretty far, and there's things in the ceiling that block. So, yeah, that was my reasoning. That was my reasoning. It doesn't necessarily have to be as big as I'm making it. I could probably get away with a little smaller, but it's harder to light a green screen the closer it is to you. The further it is away, the easier it is to separate the person from the green screen. I mean, you don't want it too far away. There's a nice, perfect range, and in order to have that perfect range, I have to have a big one. But it might not work. We'll see. You guys might never see the green screen. But just so you know, I'm not lying to you. Just so you know. Here it is. Here it is. Hey, it's D to V. How are you? Okay, let's see. Enough talking. Yeah, real human being says, still not used to the new camera angle. Well, it's not. This is temporary. This is like, this is. I mean, I guess it's gonna basically look like this, but it's just the backdrop will be different when I'm talking. But yeah, we're no longer gonna have the pegboard wood behind me. I'm done. I'm done with pegboard wood. Worm Drake says, would a pull-down green screen work better? Absolutely. I would love a pull-down green screen, but that would cost thousands of dollars to get one the size that I have currently. It's extraordinarily expensive to get a pull-down. And you could sort of DIY yourself, but doing anything that is more than like 8 feet that's pull-down is really tough to have it stable and everything. Hey, Magus. But yeah, in my fantasy world, I would have a pull down green screen. In my fantasy world, I'd have a whole bunch of backgrounds, you know? Like I don't know, what kind of background should I have? I could have a white one, a green one, a black one. I could have one with ponies on it, another with unicorns, you know? Okay, we have our requests, I think. Fool Reason says, forget a pull down. Yeah, automated, you're right. That's my fantasy. Now pull down. Something where I just press a button. Either that or roadies. Roadies, a crew that just things magically change around me. That'd be awesome. Let's see. We should have a request. It says no. What's going on? Did something? Oh, I'm just impatient. I think I'm just impatient. Nothing. No oops yet. I'm just impatient. Is that right? Am I just being impatient? Yes, I was just being impatient. Nothing was wrong. False alarm. You may not use etc oops yet. You'll have plenty of opportunities later to. Let's see. Worm Drake, you found a pull down that's a 10 by 20 foot for 115? That's a good price. There we go. We have 106 beats a minute from Real Human Beat. I saw your link. Sorry you got timed out about it, but I saw it. I see it. Yeah, I think I got the screen without the supports. See, it wouldn't work for me to have normal supports because they have to move, because I have to get the green screen out of the way of the white screen. So I built my own supports and I put them on a cart. And it's pretty stable, actually. I'm psyched. That's the most successful thing so far, is the stability of my green screen cart. The stability of my rigging is another story. Oh man, I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, this rigging. I mean, it's gonna work. It'll work, but I'm embarrassed about it. Fortunately, you guys won't see it. Hardware, I'm not handy. I'm not a handy guy at all. I'm not a handy guy. I'd much rather code it. Let's see. Okay. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah. Yes, it's just for scale, guys, I purchased over the weekend. I don't know if I want to say this. I mean, I'm using them all. 20 10-foot long, 2-inch thick PVC pipes. Yeah. Oh boy. And I was not able to park close to my building. I had to rent a van. I was not able to park close, and I could only carry 2 at a time. Well, I could carry 4 to the building, then I had to carry 2 up all the stairs and stuff. That was some real work. Okay, kid, let's play some music. What are we doing here? Have we zeroed out? We zeroed out. Let's see. Oh, we have a host from Stouche Batiste and Giuliano Art. Thank you for those hosts. I just saw them. It was probably happened a little while ago, but thank you so much for the hosts. And a resub from Be Crafty. 7 months. 7 months from Be Crafty. Thank you for that resub. And a resub from Trang VP. Also 7 months. Trang says, what's going on? Everything looks different. I know, this is a work in progress. This is not... I'll tell you guys, like, it's very hard for me to stream right now. very hard. Because it's like a pebble in my shoe. The way things look right now on the show, it's a serious pebble in my shoe. I mean, granted, it's been a pebble in my shoe since the show started. Never been happy about the way the show looks, but especially right now, especially when I know what I have envisioned coming up, hopefully. But yes, this is a work in progress. I'm not sure when this donation came from. But it just popped up. I think it happened last week. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Let's get to music. Okay. I don't know what the weather's like where any of you guys are, but it's raining in Oakland. And I know probably for a lot of you guys, rain sounds like a horrible thing. I love it. I love the rain. It's the thing I miss most from moving out to the West Coast, to Northern California, is the rain. It happens so rarely here. So even though I often have to bike in it, I didn't have today. You don't see me complaining about the rain. The air feels so good. Let's see, we got the classic dub kit from our emote artist, Cardboard Bunny. That's the awesome dub kit. So let's see, let's make our, I didn't do anything. Make our drum fills. Make our drum loops. Now we have our kit. You know what I should do now is, now that we have the ETC Oops emote, I should never make a mistake again on this show. It's going to be perfection from here out. Nothing will ever go wrong again. You know? So you guys will never get to use that emote. Yeah, that would be amazing. I think I'd have a better chance of winning the lottery than there never being a mistake on this show again. A computer issue or something, a glitch. Okay, we got our first beat. Here it is from Vivid Chrono. Whoops. There it is. I already gave you one. Oh, and I didn't mean to do that either. Double whoops. Oh no, now I have to run this other script to solve what I just screwed up. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I closed the wrong window. Double whoops. Okay. That should be good now. Okay, now we're good. Here it is. The Vivid Chrono 44. I think, I sort of feel like I want to change how I do the drum screen to that, like we had at that one show recently, where I was like this far away. So, oh man. Okay, let's see. Trang VP says, you have a better chance of Tubi converting all the votes on the stream into votes for you to become the next president. True. That is true. Okay, let's check out this beat. Here it is. Vivid Chrono 44. Nope. Nice. Oh, and we had a sub from D to the V. Thank you for that sub. Thank you so much. Wow. Man, a new sub. Let's see. Okay. Vivid Chrono's beat. Let's add a kick right here. And what else? Let's add a snare there. These two snares with Ghost. And yeah, I want that funky hat right there. Here it is. Here's Vivid Chrono's beat. We got it. There's our first beat. Thank you, Vivid Chrono 44. The next up, it's RunePenrod. Here's RunePenrod Raw. Raw from our drum generator. Oh, I'm trying to decide. Do I want to kick on one? I think I want to kick on one, but I think it's going to make those other three kicks a little less special. But I think I need to do it. Just a little subtle volume work right there with our snares. And that should be good. Here's RunePenrod's beat. I dig it. Nice. Thank you, RunePenrod and Vivid Chrono. We got our beats. Let's check out our sounds. First up, from cakejohnson, it's 80s pop organ. Here it is. And we have from Cool Reason the bluegrass banjo. Why is there delays on it? Oh, I'm gonna have to remember. Okay. And then from Allegra is Dissonant Bells. From Devil's Nest Kimberly, Aaron Superstack in it. From Enigma Eurotrance lead. And lastly, from Frambox, we have the organic lead. There's our sounds. You guys choose which sound starts the improvisation. It could be. What could it be? It could be. Why is that there? That works. It could be our 80s pop organ. Bluegrass. Dissonant Bells. Aaron Superstack. Eurotrance lead. Organic lead. I wonder what the significance of Aaron Superstack is. There's a bunch of sounds in here called Aaron something. Was there a synthesizer in Aaron, or is that just one of the Logic Pro developers? Does anyone know? Oh, was it a donation? A huge donation from Trang VP. Wow, a huge one. Trang writes, making up for lost time. Oh, thank you, Trang VP. Wow. Thank you so much. Always good to see the Vice President of the Universe, Trang VP. Thank you so much. Hey, Squidosaurus Rex. Okay, let's see. You know, it's funny. It's like people, you watch this show and there's sometimes I come on and you probably think, man, he's in such a good mood today. What happened? And it's you guys. Because I was not in a good mood until the camera started rolling. And I was grumpy today. But you guys cheered me up. And that awesome emote cheered me up. Even though that emote celebrates my misery. It's like yes, it sort of does. It sort of celebrates my misery. Because I laugh off every oops and whoops and uh-oh, but it's like, it's like, it's like water torture, death by a million pinpricks. I feel every whoops and oops and uh-oh I say. Okay, let's see. Trang VP says, kids' misery is our happiness is kids' happiness. Hey, Stoosh. Let's see. Okay. What are we doing? I'm talking too long. Maybe that's how we should do it. Is like the start of the show is sort of, I get all the talking out of the way. And then it's just nonstop music after that. I don't know. Okay, let's end this vote. It's time to etceterate. It is time to etceterate. What has chat chosen? Organic weed. Organic weed. Okay, so I hope that this music works now because everything got moved around. Hopefully no cables got moved. I did test, but we'll find out. Wish me luck. Here we go. This could be another opportunity for some ETC oops. Time to etceterate. We did it. We did it. I only had one oops in there. Thanks for those cows. Thanks, Enigma. Thank you, Scutosaurus Rex. And a donation from Frambox. Thank you, Frambox. Wow, thank you, Frambox, for that donation. Oh, and a 7-month resub from John the Artist. And John the Artist writes, love to my favorite stream on Twitch. Oh, thank you, John. Thank you, John the Artist. 7 months. I can't believe you guys have stuck with me this long. It's awesome. Thank you, guys. Oh, and I see Frambox's note with their donation. Frambox wrote, killer song. Good stuff as always. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Let's see. Let's check out titles. Did you guys do some titles? Oh, man. I'm just laughing because I'm just seeing the new emote in chat, in my chat. Let's see. Let's put that in the background. See if this works while we do our titles. In theory. There it goes. Just was a little slow. I'm going to have to move that monitor, though. I really need to automate this part. There it is. Okay, let's see. Title time. We have from, let's see. From Esad No Tinkerbell's Odyssey. From Cake Johnson's Sonically Tuned Minds. From RunePenrod Electronic Storyteller. Let's see, 2 more. from D to the V, Etcetera, Ever After. And one last one. From MercerSkye, Euphoric Melancholia. And those are your title options. Steve Peter says, you too, can you play you too? On this show, I don't play any covers. I don't play anyone's music. I don't even play my own composed music. Everything I do in the show is made up from scratch on the spot. But what's cool is that although I cannot play U2, on the next track, if you make a request, I could turn username to a drum loop or a drum fill. You could request one of the sounds I use. Let's see, some sounds, some titles I missed. Let's see, Time Flies in Deep Thought from Qubit. Setting Off into the Unknown, Devil's Nest Kimbley. On the Edge of Tomorrow, Mr. Robert. The Widowless Juggernaut, 13th Nile. I wrote a song in high school called Juggernaut. I think I was going through my, I don't know, Rage Against the Machine phase or something. And I wrote this lick, and I didn't really understand how drums worked that well. It was some sort of lick, and I remember telling the drummer, just go, ba-ba, ba-ba. And the drummer was like, what does that mean, ba-ba, ba-ba? What do you want me to hit? Is that, like, what is there? You want me to just hit crash cymbals on both sides? Is I Am New not working? Oh, vote screen? Whoops. There you go. There's a freebie. a free chance to use ETC. Oops. Let's see. Okay, I skipped that step. Reginald Delaware says double flying crash symbols pro move. Let's see. You know, if this is how my brain works, if I were a drummer, I would build this track, 360-degree track, that would be motorized, and it would basically rotate drums around me as I'm playing. So I'd have a lot more drums accessible from this way, right? I wouldn't have to be turned around. But I would never know what's coming next, you know? Someone needs to do that. I'm sure some big glam rock star, like metal band has already done that, but okay, I'm into this poll. What has chat chosen? What is chat chosen? So, in addition to doing the physical changes to the studio that are still upcoming, I am making progress on this lighting software I'm writing. Discord helped me this weekend. I forgot basic algebra. I think I was just working all day and my brain just would not compute. You know, I just could not. Had nothing left. And Where's Hatch reminded me that it was basic algebra that I needed to do, and then I was like, figured out what I needed super quick. Thanks to Where's Hatch. Let's see. Oh, and it's RunePenrod's title, Electronic Storyteller. That track is now known as Electronic Storyteller. Trang VP says, is it just me or does it look as if there's natural light? Well, I've always used daylight balanced bulbs. It could be, I don't know, you know, there's light coming from behind the green screen into here. Maybe that's making it feel especially daylight-esque. Let's see. Okay, let's fade this out. And I'm gonna have to move this monitor. It's in my way. Hold on. There, that's much better. Now I can do what I want to do. Fading that out. Okay. Yeah, let's put some background on. Whoops! Did not mean to press that button. I meant to press this button. There's two arrow signs that do very different things. I pressed the wrong arrow sign. That's the right arrow sign. Yeah, what do I still need to do in here? I still need to mount everything. I'm gonna have soft boxes above my head. Right now it's in front of me, and I want them more above me. Well, I won't get into this. I need to not think about it. Let's see. Whoops. I thought I removed the calendar. Why is the calendar still popping up? It's not supposed to. I thought I disabled. So yes, next year we'll have Colin back on the 1st again. There we go. Nano Hard Zero says, can we type sound requests whenever? Basically, what happens is they stay in queue. So as long as you're logged into chat, if you make a bunch of sound requests, they'll stay active for the rest of the show. But you probably will only get one per song, and maybe not one every song. So it depends how many people are requesting. But it's not first come, first serve the way the show works. It's all about getting as many people to participate as possible. So, meaning if you've not had any requests yet in the show and you show up, you're going to get a request a little quicker. Let's see. MercerSkye says, I thought we're going back in time. Tranquil says, thanks for reminding me what I missed out on. That show was legendary for two reasons. One, Colin was awesome. Just a really fun guest to have. And two, because I mirror imaged the whole show. I was really sick and I was just out of it, and I did not realize that I'd flipped my camera in such a way that the camera helpfully mirrored things. So both Colin and I were the most amazing left-handed keyboard players you've ever seen on that show. There we go. Oh, I just saw something on Netflix. It's the wackiest, one of the wackiest shows I've ever seen. It's called I think it's a show from Japan. It's called Transfer Student something. It's you just have to see it to maybe someone knows what I'm talking about and can type out the actual title. It has transfer students in it. It is quite something. Okay. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Nobody knows? Let's see. Little roads in the background. But it's new arrival on Netflix, so you'll probably see it. Okay, let's get these requests going. So, according to Rothe, transfer students is a frequent appearance. I wonder why that is in anime. That's interesting. Who in chat has transferred to a new school at some point before college? Because it's not the same. Well, yeah. Who is transferred midway through either elementary school, junior high, high school, or college? I've done every one of those. I went to multiple elementary schools. I went to multiple junior high schools. I went to multiple high schools. And I sort of went to multiple colleges. Although it wasn't a transfer. I did a semester abroad. So that doesn't really count. But who in chat has done, who has experienced that before? It's an experience. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it was great. Sometimes not so great. Okay, Whoops, I gotta import these first. But I have to say, I think, while it wasn't always something I enjoyed as it happened, I think it's informed a lot of my personality, having moved around a lot. I think I gotta give credit to that experience. Let's see. What? Is it going? Oh, I'm just impatient. It just takes too long. There it is. We got some milestones. First request ever from NanoHeart0. It's a sound request, and first request ever from Rooster Boy. It's a drum fill. Awesome. 2 first requests. This track also is Wyrm Drake's 10th song with a request on it. And this track features a big one, Ninja Flea's 200th drum fill. Number 200. Wow, number 200. Has nobody in chat found the name of this show yet? Maybe you did and I didn't see it. Blazing Transfer Students. That's what it's called. Blazing Transfer Students. Weird, but fun. Last night was really frustrating for me, and I was, because I thought I was going to have all this physical, studio setup stuff done, and I'm not even close, and everything's a mess still. And it's just unpleasant to be in this space right now. So I was feeling sorry for myself, and I went home and I watched an episode of Blazing Transfer Students. I didn't finish the episode actually. I watched a little bit of it, but it put everything in perspective. It's like putting on yakety sax in a way. If you're feeling down and depressed ever, just put on yakety sax. It'll put everything in perspective. Devil's Nest Kimblee says, is it animated or live action? It's sort of both. it's more live action. It's more live action, but there's animation elements. Okay, come on, kid, hurry up. Let's do this. Okay, we got our drum fills loaded up. Let's fade this music out. Oh wait, yeah, Rooster Boy is Blue Crest. Right. Let's see. Okay, we should have our kits. What is our kit? Trang VP says, well, life sucks right now, but at least I'm not a blazing transfer student. We got Gritty Funk kit from Mr. Robert. Yeah, basically the way the show starts is this kid arrives at school. A new school. He's a little afraid. He's, I think, a high school kid. He arrives in school. He's greeted by this another student, this girl, who seemingly flirts with him. And then the next thing you know, they cut to this wrestling ring, and he's in the wrestling ring, and he's like, "What's going on? Why am I in this martial arts ring?" Anyway, it goes from there. Okay, we got our kit. Let's make our loops. Okay, we got our beats. First up, our first beat. Hey, Grocery Boy Jr. Our first beat is the MRZ beat. Here's MRZ. Let's check it out raw. Here it is. That's some intense snare. Are we gonna have no kick on one? Yeah, no kick on one. We don't need it on one. But we're gonna do some work on these snares. And I want to open hat right there. That's all I'm gonna add. I'm not gonna add any other notes. But I am going to do a little more volume. The kicks are a little much. So I'm just going to... Here's MRZ's beat. Yeah, I dig it. Wacky beat. Wacky beat. Thank you, MRZ. Next up, we got Wayne. Here's Wayne raw from our generator. Let's do it. Let's do it. 100% raw. Let's go for it. Okay, let's check out our sounds. First up, from Squiddosaurus Rex, it's the acid etch bass. And then from Nano Hard Zero's first request ever, an 80s FM bass attack. From Stoosh, we got the Mbira. Yeah, that sound reminds me more of a Jaws harp, a jaw harp. And then from Trang, it's Trang's signature sound, Unfolding Paper Bells. Look at that, Trang first requested this sound over a year ago. Is that right? Wait, no. Oh, that's the last time it was used. What am I saying? Okay, I'm out of it. Although I feel like Trang probably requested this sound almost a year ago the first time. Okay, we got that sound, and then from Vivid Gumbo, Analog Saw in it. And from Allegra, Aqua Enchant. Okay, you guys choose which sound starts the improvisation. It could be acid etched bass, 80s FM bass attack, Mbira, Unfolding Paper Bells, Analog Saw, Aqua Enchant. Let's see. Let's do a title challenge on this one while you guys vote. This is a really hard one. I feel like you guys are up for it though. I feel like you guys are going to still come up with a ton of titles. Here's the challenge. This is from Clarabo Bunny. Your title can only use one vowel, but you can use that vowel more than once. So you could use an A multiple times, but you cannot use an E then. So you got to choose your vowel wisely because you can only use that vowel in your title. Now granted, you could have a second title and use a different vowel, but I will be looking for titles that contain only one vowel that may be used more than once, but only one A or only one E. Let's see. Okay. Almost ready here. Okay, I'm ending this poll. What has chat chosen? What has chat chosen? Chat has chosen. Oh, it's a tie between Unfolding Paper Bells and Aqua Enchants. Let's do a tiebreaker. And it's Prometheus. Prometheus has chosen Unfolding Paper Bells, Trang VP sound. So that's how we're going to start it. But don't worry, we're going to use all those sounds. It's just we're going to start with Unfolding Paper Bells. Okay, let's do it. Time to Etcetera. Here we go. in a line of war. And nothing won't lie, and I'd wait alive. Ooh. That was a fun set of sounds. Thanks for all those scalps. Thanks, Pivot Gumbo. Man, cool beats there. I love that kit. That's one of my favorite kits, I think. The Gritty Funk kit. The snare drum on that kit is just awesome. Mr. Robert requested that kit. And of course, we started and ending with Trang's sound, Unfolding Paper Bells. Which, that sound has this nice bit of sort of rawness and like crackles to it. But there was additional bonus crackles. Bonus crackles towards the end of the track. The computer, the host of sounds, was struggling mightily. Oh, thanks, Smoky Juice. This is just a work in progress, but yes, simplicity is a key part of it. It's going to be less cluttered. The wall of instruments it's just too much, too distracting. All the that hideous brown, but yes, this is the setup. The physical setup is basically what it's going to be. I mean, I'm going to have, instead of a wall of instruments, I think I'm going to have another cart right here that's flat, and I'll have my instruments on the cart. But it won't take up. So basically, above my arms will just be, backdrop. But the backdrop will not be this uneven white that we have now. It will be, well, in theory, I'll have a green screen, so we'll have a little bit more variety. Although I'm not going to go nuts with the green screen. I say now. Let's play this back. Yes, Smoky Juice, I do. I have. We're going to do both. So behind me is a projector screen, a gigantic projector screen, for our light shows, and then I have a giant green screen that is on wheels, that's to my left right now, but it's not ready to go. I still have. I have to build the verticals so that it's right now it's very wrinkly, and I also don't have sufficient light for it yet. But believe it or not, my hope is to actually have less wattage of lights than I used to have in here, but it feel brighter. That might seem not possible, but it actually could be. Titles, let's see what these titles are. So chat could only use one vowel in their title. They could use that vowel multiple times, but they could only use one. And we got our first one from our new friend Nano Hard Zero, Oblong World. There it is. You pulled it off. Just O's. Oblong World. That's a good one. Let's see what else. Oh man, there's some that were epic, but not quite there. Here's one from Trang VP. The edge, the excess, the end. The edge, the excess, the end. Just ease. We have O's, we have E's. Do we have A's? Does anyone give me some A's? Here's one from MercerSkye, Aardvark Armada. Ducker says LEDs. Yeah, most of the lights in here are LED already, and the idea is to light the green screen with LEDs if I can pull it off. Worst case, I'll get some long fluorescence, but low wattage fluorescence, just for the green screen. Let's see, we got O's, we got E's, we got A's. Do we have any I's? Does anyone give me just I's? From MRZ, this is it. This is it. We got A, E, I, O. Do we have any U's? Let's see, any U's? Did anyone do just U's? I don't think anyone did just U's. Okay, one more then. Any other letter? Let's see. Oh, this is an impressive one. Oh wait, I don't think that counts. There are a couple of you guys who use Y's, and the way the Y is being used, I believe, is as a vowel. And you've mixed it with another letter, so I don't think that works. I know I'm being a stickler here, but... It's from Cake Johnson, Crowns on Clocks. There's your title options. Oblong World, The Edge, The Excess, The End, Aardvark Armada, This Is It, Crowns on Clocks, and some good titles I missed. Let's see, we had... This one was close. But it added... Everose Mountain was very close. Effervescent, He Etceterates, Even Then, Ere the Evergreen Trees. Oh, this is an impressive one. 13th Nile, The Chessmen Persevere. And then the one I really liked, but I think the Y is functioning as a vowel. It's certainly functioning as a vowel sound. But I love the title, from Enigma, Infinity Prism. I'm actually not sure of the rules of vowels, of Y. Because I would think a Y is a consonant when you have a hard sound starting it, right? Yeah. That would be in a consonant way. A vowel would be when it sounds like a E and not as a Y. Anyway, lots of good titles there. Oh, you did with only Ys? Oh, I missed it. Cool reason it would just Ys. I missed it. Which one was that? Oh man. Oh, I would have. We'll save that one for next time. Cool reason. Next time we do this challenge. You guys did great on this challenge. Let's see, I did some trombone. Trombone and some voice. Okay, let's end this poll. What has chat chosen? Oh, I took forever, didn't I? Took forever on this. Did I forget to turn this music on? I guess I forgot to turn it on. Whoops. MercerSkye says, you're not technically wrong in the Y rule. Which is the best kind of not wrong, MercerSkye writes. Allegra says, in the word infinity, Y is definitely a vowel. And then followed up by I think. And it's MercerSkye's title, Aardvark Armada. Aardvark Armada. Nice. MercerSkye. What? Let me just... Is an armada always referring to something nautical? Yeah, a fleet of warships. So, I'm wondering, is an Aardvark Armada, are they on their own little ships? Or are they themselves the armada? Right? Is it just a whole fleet of aardvarks floating in the water? I need that answered, so I fully understand what the song was about. Okay, let's start getting ready for our next track. Oh, we have a resub. A resub from Varns. Wow, thank you so much for the 2-month resub. I really need to just get some more background music. You guys are going to get sick of the 20 tracks I grabbed from our 1,200 songs. We've got 1,200 songs, and yet I've only have 20 background songs. Let's see. Okay, getting ready for the next one. Let's see if I can speed it up. Get to the... Ah, there it is again. Calendar, you're not supposed to show up. So, there's a table in my database called what is it called? Bot commands. And bot commands serves multiple purposes. So bot commands isn't the best table name anymore, but it's still the table name. Anyway, and it includes our screens are part of the bot commands table. And there's an enable button. It's a 0 or 1, right? Enabled if it's a 1. And I disabled this, but apparently I didn't code it to care. So it doesn't care if it's enabled or disabled. It does it anyway. Let's see. Train VP says, I think you overestimate our memory. Yeah, for chat. Every time it's the first time, right? Feels like the first time every time. Let's see. Let's go full screen. I don't want to see any more of those things that are not supposed to show up. Okay. Hurry up, kid. There we go. So my guess is that ever since I told you guys about that show on Netflix, I bet I don't look at our viewer numbers as the show's going. I never check. But I bet our viewership dropped in half because everyone went to go watch that show. Let's see. We probably had 10,000 people watching, but now they all left to watch the blazing transfer students. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got a first-time drum loop coming up. Love it. I think it's a first-time drum loop. It's really interesting, the mix of requests. Like lately, there have not been a lot of BPM requests or key requests, but there's always a ton of drum kit requests. There's never a shortage of drum kit requests. There we go. Oh, we need 2 drum fills, quick. Train VP says we're still here. You didn't really sell the Blazing Transfer Student very well. Yeah, I told you guys I watched part of one episode. Oh, thank you for those drum fills. That was a close one. Okay, now we're good. Devil's List Kimberly checked it up. Okay. Yeah, I don't. There's nothing on like. Well, I don't have time to watch much in the way of shows, but I usually have 2 shows. Maybe I'm watching, and there's nothing I'm really pumped about right now. I'm watching season 2 of Stranger Things, but it's good. It's not like season 1. I mean, I don't know if I even say it's good. I think it's got a good vibe, right? It's got this derivative in a really cool way vibe. It's got characters that I dig. It's shot well. It's filmed well. But there's just no momentum this season. It's just, I feel like I should be, pumped, but I'm not. That's about all I've got going for me. Oh, and MJ's here 7 months in a row. Well, hello there. Hey, MJ. It's good to see you. I'm not going to repeat that, but that was very kind what Trang just wrote in the chat. Let's see. Let's see. I never watched my own show though, Trang. That's one of the problems. I need to watch it because I would figure out all these things that are going wrong that I don't know anything about. Okay, let's see. We got some milestones. What are our milestones? It's D to the V's first ever drum loop, #1. Congrats on that first request ever. It's first request ever. And this is Worm Drake's first drum kit and Quad Striker's first drum fill. Congrats on those. First, I saw someone ask a question, but it passed me by. Let me see if I can grab it. Varnes asks, do you ever watch your clips? I try to, not because I want to, but because it's good for me to tweet them and put them on Facebook and stuff. So, but I don't particularly enjoy watching myself. I feel like most performers are like that. I don't like listening to myself. I don't like watching. I mean, it's useful. It's a good thing to do. Let's see what else we have. Oh, a huge one. This is Flab's 300th request. Number 300 for Flabs. And lastly, this is Trang's 5th drum loop and Smoky Juice's 10th drum fill. 10th drum fill. Nice. Oh, and then I press this button. Okay. Let's see. Someone recommended Halt, Catch Fire. It went by. Was it Claire? Why do you request that? Suggested that? Halt, and I'll watch out for it. I've never heard of that. I've been watching a few more movies because I don't want to. This is not an advertisement. I'm not endorsing them, but I'm not going to be coy about it either, because you'll get annoyed. But yeah, there's this thing called Movie Pass, and for $10 a month, you can go to any movie in the theater. Well, there's a few limitations, but basically, and it seemed too good to be true. And I signed up, and I waited and waited like 6 weeks until I finally got my card. And they send you a credit card, and you show up at the theater and you check in. You just on your phone, you say yes, I'm at the theater, and then it turns on this credit card, and it's worked. I've watched a couple movies though. There's not a lot out that I was real excited about. I saw Blade Runner. Blade Runner was cool. What else did I see? I saw, was it Happy Death Day? I generally don't watch sort of scary movies, but that was fun. Okay. Yes, while I'm talking, I am in fact getting ready for the next track. I know it seems like I'm not, but I am. Let's check out our drum kit. Synthesized does it? Yeah. Trying PP says 2 months later his bank account is 2 cents left. Oh, Claire Bunny says Halt Gets Fire is about computers in the 80s and much else. Yeah, that sounds cool. We got drum and bass from Weird Drake. Oh, we got a sub from Synthesize. Thank you, Synthesize, for the sub. So now that we have our kit, wow, thank you, Synthesize. Now that we have our kit, let's make these drum loops. Music says, when's that IRL stream happening? Which IRL stream? What was I going to do? I forget what I was going to do on my IRL stream. Can you remind me what the plan was? Let's see. I feel like I talk about a lot of ideas on the show, and I forget 99% of them if I don't write them down. Okay, we got our kit. we have our beats. Wow, that's an interesting looking beat. Interesting looking beat here. This is from D to the VD. Two. Oh, music theory and copyright. Some of my regulars, you should be very proud of me. I have not really talked about copyright in like 6 months. I used to rant on it, once every 2 weeks for 20, 30 minutes. And I've stopped. I've matured. Here's D to the V. Has got a ton of snares. Let's work some volume magic on this beat. We're gonna vary those. Let's vary these snares a lot, so they're a little less machine gunny. We don't want them quite as machine gunny. Let's do a little bit of shape here. Yeah, maybe I'll add a bonus show sometime when I'm in a ranting kind of mood, and I'll rant about copyright for 5 hours. 5 hours, that's not enough time. I would need at least 20 hours. It'd be my first 24-hour stream. 24 hours ranting about abuse of copyright and abuse of intellectual property. Laws. Using the laws. Now, see, I'm going. See, I gotta be careful. That's a different sounding beat. I dig it. I don't know if we've ever had a beat that sounds anywhere near like that beat on this show. Cool, thanks D to the V. Next up, it's Trang VP's beat. You know what, Trang? I'm going to give you one kick drum right here. Right there. And we are going to, because we have this awesome syncopated rhythm, we're going to emphasize this rhythm even more. Like this. Here it is, Trang VP's TVP, 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 VTPP, PVTP. Nice. 2 wacky beats for this track. Okay, we got our beats. Let's check out our sounds. First up, it's Slayer Bean says, so what's wrong with copyright? See, I can't get started. I'll sum in just a 2-sentence summary, just so you know where my position is. My position is for much shorter, reduced, less restrictive copyright and intellectual property laws. What we have now is anti-innovation and hurts creatives. And that's your... Stop! Okay, there we go. Here's our sounds. I'm not saying anything more about copyright. That's it for today. Advanced FM from Consultant. I will say there'd be so many things I would do on this show if there were not so restrictive copyright laws that I'm prevented from doing. Let's see. Vibraphone from Stoosh. We got Digital Pad from Music Chick. We got transmissions from RunePenrod. We got Fat Sink from 13th Nile. I'm not looking at chat because I know you guys are going to say something about copyright, and I don't want to get started, so I'm ignoring chat till I can get these sounds. Chrome Stereo 2 In It from Frambox. And did I say Fat Sink from 13th Nile? Okay, those are your sound options. I'm still not looking at chat. I'm ignoring chat. Until we get this poll up. Advanced FM, we could start with vibraphone, digital pad, transmissions, Fat Sink, or Chrome Stereo. Or we could start with one of those drum loops. And I'll say, give myself one other thing I'll say while we're waiting for you guys to vote, is that I'm not opposed to any kind of copyright law. I'm not opposed to intellectual property law. I think it makes sense for there to be some protections. But I think the way it has gone is way, way, way out of whack. Okay. My head is spinning with things I want to say, but I'm refraining. I'm staying strong. I've matured. I don't say whatever pops into my mind anymore. That's the sign of a good streamer, right? You have a filter. You don't say anything. You say most things, but you know where to draw the line. And I draw the line at too much talk about copyright. Because our stream it says positivity, right? We're part of the positivity community. And when I start talking about copyright, it's the opposite of positivity. Rothe says, make a blog post or something about your views on copyright. If I had a lot of time, but that's the other thing is, and this is true about a lot of, it's like, rants ultimately are not that useful unless you have some practical way you're going to make changes to the world, right? If you're just going to rant about it, all you're doing is it's venting, right? It's not useful. And until I have some creative way to I do have a creative thing. Would get me, it would involve Disney, and it would probably put my life at risk. Not exactly, but if I had nothing to lose, if you're into copyright law, Disney is ground zero for the battle we're waging. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm ending this poll before I talk anymore. What has chat chosen? It's Fat Sink. But yeah, it would be nice to have time to I'd love to write a post. I started in my FAQ to write a thing about copyright. I just sat down. I was like, I just don't have the time for this right now. I need to make the show better. But at some point it would be. Okay, it's Fat Sink from 13th Nile. Let's do it. Oh, this is the longest in-between song of the show. I was better before the first two. So let's get to it. Time to etceterate. Time to etceterate. Here we go. anytime I start singing like that, just remember that I have neighbors in this building. And although my room is fairly soundproof, it's not totally soundproof. And they can't hear any of the music, right? Because I'm just hearing music in my headphones. All they can hear is some guy screaming. Oh, man. Thank you for those elves. That turned into an epic one. I nearly ended it after the first 2 sections, but then I thought, let's do a third section. Why not? Let's do a third section. So we did, and that happened. Man, killer beats there. They were very different. It inspired me. Let's see. Devil's Niscombe says, watch out, someone might call the cops. I feel like they probably have figured it out by now. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not so bad. All I know is when I'm in this room, in the middle of the day, I can hear people talking below me. Now, this is a soundproof room, so there's no background noise to mask it. So downstairs, they have windows that go onto a highway and all this. So it's very possible that all the background music masks what I'm doing, but I can hear them. Okay, let's put this in the background. Oh, thanks, RunePenrod. Speaking of copyright, this has happened to me twice now on YouTube. That one of my tracks gets flagged for copyright infringement, and this is all done electronically. And there's no chance. Well, the first time I knew what the song was, or no, either time. Well, I won't get into it. But basically, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. I'm stuck. Okay, let's do our titles before I start talking about copyrights. Cubit says, have they complained? They've never complained, no. No one's complained. I mean, fortunately, it's past business hours. Well, my neighbors to my right is an office that's 24/7, but my soundproofing is best laterally, so I don't think people side to side really hear me. But I'm not going to say who is below me, but if there's ever someone who would not complain about noise, it's the tenants that are below me on principle. Like they would lose all credibility if they ever complained. Now that being said, if they're watching the show right now and I'm annoying you, I mean, I don't know if they even know about the show or anything, but if they are, please tell me, because I don't want you to be, angry at me. There's probably something we can figure out. Okay, title time. Let's see. From Quad Striker, never not in Neptune. From Synthesize, we are who we are. That is true. Catacombs from Qubit. I see all these copyright titles trying to trigger me. You guys trying to trigger me? Let's see. From Enigma, Insidious Echoes. One last one from John, Landing Gear. Landing Gear from John. Okay, these are your title options. Cubit said, well, you didn't include Mary Had a Little Lamb in one of your songs. Well, Mary Had a Little Lamb is out of copyright. You could do whatever you want with Mary Had a Little Lamb. You are free to do whatever you want. Never Not in Neptune, Who We Are, Catacombs, Insidious Echoes, or Landing Gear. Now let's do some shout outs, some other titles. Eliminate tyrannical copyright, D to the V. Let's see. What is copyright? Asks Rothe. The copyright is too darn high, says Smoky Juice. Copyright blues, says Varntz. Oh man, is that it? Are there more ones? non-trademark infringing story about a boy and a bear, MercerSkye. Infernal Machines, Garble Bunny. Hyperspace Overpass, Yeti Sevi. I Love Bitcoins from Lucian. Okay, those are your title. So you guys are probably wondering, well, what's this thing about Disney? And you know, I'm not. Disney does lots of great things. You know, whatever. 2 words: Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is the issue. Okay. What do we do? Oh yeah, what did I do on the track? I did a little trombone and a little voice. I'm into the poll. I keep forgetting to put the background music on. Why do I keep forgetting? I'm into the poll. What has chat chosen? Insidious Echoes from Enigma. Enigma has named it. That track, now known as Insidious Echoes. Thanks everyone for your title suggestions. Enigma has named it. That will do. Ooh. One more, I think. One more track. Yes, Claire Bobunny has it. They keep extending copyright law to protect Mickey Mouse. And because of that, they can't selectively write legislation to just protect Mickey Mouse. They write legislation that protects everything up to a certain year, and then they keep extending it and extending it. And the fear a lot of us have is that copyright eventually is going to be forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. That once something is copyright, it is owned for eternity. Even after the creator is dead for 100 years, or 200 years, or 1,000 years, doesn't matter. And if you don't think we're going that way, we are. We are. Oh, I'm getting into it. I'm not gonna do a full-on rant. You just getting little taste of it. Not like a full epic 20-minute thing. Let's play some music. Let's see. Man, the cow. What is going on? Okay. Oh, you know what? Our donation alert's not working. Oh man, is nothing working on this show? I know what I'm going to do to distract you guys about all that's going wrong. Yeah, will you distract them? Distract them. Okay, let's start getting ready for our next track. Wait, so was there a donation that I missed that didn't show up on screen? Look, they're all shouting for you. People still love your emote. They still love your emote. Don't worry. Mr. Roberts says, "What were we talking about?" That was the first time you've seen him, Devil's Nest Kimberly? Yeah, this is Jiffy Starchild. Oh yeah, I forgot to take his diaper off. I didn't want to embarrass him, but It's not a diaper, right? It's an athletic band. He was weightlifting before this. He was weightlifting. That's what this is. It's not a diaper. I don't know what I said. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Okay, just getting these requests in. There we go. So yeah, Jiffy is 14. He's an old man. He's very slouchy today. He's like, I just want to sleep. You really tired? You tired? Believe it or not, he has lots of energy when we're outside, but indoors he checks out. Okay, you want to go back to bed? Okay. Yeah, I adopted Jiffy when he was 11, I think, 10 or 11. And I always like to think about, just imagine the life he had before he was with me. He probably had this amazing life. I know he had an amazing life. Though I know nothing about it. Mr. Roberts says, is he better from his health issues? It seems, I mean, he's on a lot of medication, and that's why he has to wear the diaper. He's on a diuretic, which makes him pee a lot more. Which, I mean, his spirits have been great. I mean, when we're outside, he's his normal self, you know, running around, lots of energy. So, but he's had no attacks. Well, he had this really bad attack in September, which is when he was hospitalized. And he hasn't anything bad. He's always had these sort of fainting episodes, and those have happened a couple times, but actually less frequently than they were before he was on the medication. So, okay, we got a request. Yeah, it's cooled down in the studio a bit. It's only 78 degrees in here right now. This is like, it's like winter. That's winter temperature in the studio. But we got some milestones. This is MercerSkye's, a big one, 75th song from MercerSkye. Big number 75. Congrats on that milestone. And this track will feature Smokey Juice's 5th sound, RunePenrod's 10th sound, Ninja Fleece's 25th drum loop, and a big one for Clarable Money, Clarable Money's 200th drum fill. Okay, let's see. Zero out here. Get all this zeroed out. What do we have? D major from Allegra, 72.1 beats a minute from MercerSkye. Lydian's our mode to start at least. Drum loops from Ninja Fleas and Broskif. There we go. Okay. For a split second, I forgot I was streaming. I went into a different place. I'm back though, don't worry. Let's see our drum kit. Our drum kit is the Trip Hop remix kit from Cake Johnson. Let's see. I think Qubit ran the song command just a moment too late. I just stopped it. And so Tubi was a little rude. Let's see. We got our... Oh, let's make our beats. Okay, we got our beats. First one up is Ninja Fleas. Hey, Ninja Fleas. Here it is, Ninja Fleas. Whoops, that's not the right button. There we go. I think I'm not gonna do much. We're gonna put a kick on one. That's it. Kick on one. That's it. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Ninja Fleas. Next up is Broskif. Man, I need a haircut. I need a haircut, don't I? I've been saying that for weeks, but I've had no time to do anything. Here's Broskif. Let's leave it. Let's leave it raw. I'm leaving it raw. I'm not going to do anything. I dig it. I'm just envisioning the drummer actually playing this beat, and I can see exactly how they would do it. Because they got very little in the hi-hat action, they're going to be real dramatic with those snares. They're going to be, huge. They're going to way more arm movement they actually need, You're like, it's funny is like you see rock drummer. Maybe I'm not a drummer, so maybe I'm wrong in this. Maybe someone will correct me. But rock drummers, a lot of the motion of their arms, it's really just for show. Because you see jazz drummers, and jazz drummers can play incredibly loud. Just like they're like barely hitting the drums, right? They're just using their wrists. And then rock drummers are like. Yeah, I feel like jazz drummer is all about economy of movement. Okay, let's check out our sounds. First off, it's the 12-string acoustic guitar. That's not the 12-string acoustic guitar. Why is it not loaded? That's our old sound. That's why. Is it gonna work now? Are we on the right song even? Oh, there it goes. Now I gotta buy some time. Gotta wait. All these sounds load. Quash says, what's that old saying? If you don't have talent, you'll end up in a rock band. I actually, think that, and some people disagree with me, I think that it's actually, in a way, it's more competitive to be a rock musician than like a classical musician. Which is funny because it takes so much more time and skill to play classical music than almost any kind of rock music. I mean, even progressive rock. I mean, progressive rock, they can play fast, but that's all they can do, right? Classical musicians have to, it's staggering the skill required to be a top-level class musician. But that also means there's only a small number of people who are insane enough to practice the amount of hours you need to be top-level class musician. Whereas in rock music, you can buy a guitar and 2 months later be doing shows and a month later get signed. You know, so the barrier to entry in rock music is so low. It means so many more people do it. Now, granted, though, I mean, you look at it this way, like, in classical music, if it doesn't work out, you've just devoted 20 years of your life, 10,000 hours, 20,000 hours of your life. Whereas in rock music, if it doesn't work out, it's like, hey, you practice for about 20 minutes. What, you know, you don't, you didn't lose anything. Okay, now we have our sounds, I think. Do we? Yes, we do. See, I was buying time for you guys. We got the 12-string acoustic. That's from Devil's Nest Kimberly. From William Drake, we have African Marimba. From RunePenrod, Indian Mansuri flute. I feel like I can say this about classical music and rock music since I've done both. I've been in both worlds, very, very much into both worlds. So, and I love both. That was Indian Mansuri flute from RunePenrod. We have Fat Jupi LFO B from 13th Nile. From Smoky Juice, we have Rainbow Ice. And lastly, oh, there's donation awards are working now. Did they stop for a second? You know, I just haven't had the time to once and for all fix our finicky donation thing. I know how to do it. I've tried several things where easy fixes, and the hard fix is it just sort of takes more time. KMag TV says, what classical instrument do you play? Well, not anymore, but trombone was the classical instrument I was most advanced at. So I played in orchestras. I performed concertos, and all sorts of stuff on trombone. But that was a long time ago. Very long time ago. Lastly, from Qubit, Rising High Synth Lead. But that was one of the coolest musical experiences of my life, I think, was performing a concerto. So a concerto is usually it means it's a piece for an orchestra where there's a soloist who is sort of the lead, right? So you'll have piano concertos, the piano's up front, you'll have violin concertos, and I performed a trombone concerto with an orchestra. And it's pretty cool playing with I don't know, 50 people or something. That was a cool experience. Let's see. So those are our sounds. You guys choose which sound starts the improvisation. It could be the acoustic guitar sound, the marimba sound, the Indian Mansuri flute sound, the Fat Chupi LFO B sound, Rainbow Ice, or Rising High Synth Lead. Before the show, this little keyboard, I don't know if you guys noticed it, this little keyboard wasn't working. And if this keyboard doesn't work, there's no show. And it was weird. All it was I just had to unplug the USB cable and plug it back in, and it started working again. It's my command center, that little keyboard. Let's do a title challenge. Let's do a title challenge. Okay, this is a variation on a title challenge suggestion from Enyoti. All of the words in your title must start with a letter that is found in your username. You can use, once you've done your first letter of each word, you can use whatever letters you want. But the first letter of each word must exist in your username. I know that's a tricky one. That's going to make it hard for me to when I'm going through the... Oh, there's the donations. From Drang VP. Drang VP writes... Drang VP writes, I love the dark sound. If that's what happens when we mentioned the C word is in the copyright word, we should mention it more often. And Broskif says, you killed that one. Yeah, you know what? I think there was a delay on... I don't think that was my fault. I think that was Streamlabs or whatever. I don't think they got us the alerts. I don't think that was us. Probably it was, but I don't think it was. Quad Striker says, have you tried turning it off and on again? I know, that solves most problems. If you want to seem smart, when someone tells you that their computer isn't working or XYZ isn't working, tell them, I'll go fix it, but don't let them watch you fix it. And then just turn it off and on. And then it'll start working and they'll think you're brilliant. Okay, we're almost ready. I'm ending this poll. And it's Rainbow Ice. I've already forgotten what that sound is. Well, I'll find out when I play my first note. Okay, let's do it. We're playing some music. I've been talking a lot today. On Wednesday, I'll try to be a lot more efficient. Okay, and that was Rainbow Ice was from Smoky Juice. Okay, let's do it. Devil's Nest Kimberly writes, family, the internet stopped working. Okay, I'll fix it. Resets modem. Becomes Hacker Man. My son is a hacker. Whenever our internet goes down, he fixes it right up. He's a hacker. Okay, time to Etcetera. I've got all this PVC pipe in here. I had to do something with it. Thanks for those calps. Thank you for all those calps. Oh, Benzizi's is here. Hey, Benzizi's. Ooh. I think I need some water. Okay, let's put that in the background. We look at these titles. Oh, and we had a title challenge, didn't we? Okay, titles. What do we have here? Okay, so the challenge was each letter of your title has to start with each word in your title. The first letter has to be a letter that's in your username. From Geomungus, we have Galactic November. G and N. Let's see what else. From Wyrm Drake, Wishes and Dreams. Wishes and Dreams. From Cuervo Bunny, Only Lovers. Only Lovers. I see two more. Oh, that was cool. No. Two more. From Broskif, Solace of Sacrifice, and one last one. From Devil's Nest Kimberly, Soaring into Stardust. Those are your title options. Cubit says, is it hot in there? Have you figured out a solution yet? It's still hot. It's 80. But 80 is not bad. I can survive 80. It's when it gets to past 88 into the 90s. And some titles I missed. From Trang VP. Trang VP reigns as new great vice president. Trang did it in order. Used every letter of his username. From Quad Striker, Quintessential Quavering. From Cubit the Main, Cue the Nostalgia. From Enigma, Geometric Sunset. From RunePenrod, Remember Us Near Eternity. And from Bazizi's, Big Iguanas in Egypt, No Zebras. Okay. I think everyone I put on the board met the challenge, right? The challenge was to use the letter of each word. The letter that started each word had to be in your username. I think every one of these met those rules. Okay, wait, what did I do on that track? did voice and some flute. Okay, men of the poll, what has chat chosen? And it's a tie. Oh, I forgot to put on the board. Whoops. Sorry. My mistake. It's a tie between Galactic November and Solace of Sacrifice. And Dion has voted for option number 4, Solace of Sacrifice. That is Broskif's title. Thanks everyone for your title suggestions. That track, now known as Solace of Sacrifice. Okay, let's fade this out. Let's see. I think it's that time. I think we're going to start winding down. Let's see. Our show tonight was part of the Lightbulb Harvest tour. The venue is the Softer Side of Yeehaw. We have Electronic Storyteller, Aardvark Armada, Insidious Echoes, Solace of Sacrifice were our 4 songs. They're all pretty long, weren't they? Okay, let's do our thank yous. Don't leave yet, we still got a few things to do, including the shout out. Shout out coming up after these thank yous. But first, let's thank our superstar mods tonight. Who do we have? We had Credible Bunny, Kuba Reason, Frambox, JYK Test, Music Chick, and Tubi. Thank you, mods, tonight. We had hosts and raids at the start of the show from Juliano Art and Richie. Thank you for those hosts and raids. I think they were just hosts, maybe. Were they just auto hosts? We had new subs from D to the V and Synthesize. We had 7 months from Train VP, John the Artist, 2 months from Vars, and 7 months from MJ. Thank you so much for those subs and resubs. We had a huge donation, 2 donations from Trang VP. Thank you, Trang VP. Thank you, Frambox and Broskif, for those donations and your support. We had a cheer from Music Chick. Thank you, Music Chick. Thank you to all our lurkers. We have, bar none, just the most beautiful lurkers you will find anywhere on the web. They all hang out here. So though I cannot see you in chat, I feel your good vibes. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you to all our chatters for making a fun show. Too many to name, but who I will name is our requesters and namers. It's time for the shout out. I feel like this background music is a little too sweet for post, ending the show. I think I'm gonna fade it out. Fade it out while I do my shout out. Okay, if you've never seen the shout out before, here's how it works. These 31 folks you see on screen, they either named one of our 4 tracks tonight, named our current tour, named our venue tonight, and or made a request and made it onto one of these tracks. If you're following along, you'll notice that some of these names I'm going to say differently. I'm not cheating, I'm honoring their Say My Name request. Sometimes my advantage, sometimes my disadvantage. My goal is to say all these names in one breath. My record is 59 or 61, I can't remember. However, I have recently done 2 times through, which takes me over my record, but it doesn't count as a record because I got, the first time is a practice. So, but I'll try to do 2 times through this time as well. Okay, let's do it. Let's jump into it. Tonight we featured the stellar cast that assembled from across the galaxy, not just the Twitch universe, the galaxy that includes the Twitch universe. But I got that mixed up, don't I? I should have said the Twitch galaxy. Whatever. You guys all came together, especially just for this show. It will never happen again. This fine mix of 31 people. Let's just jump right into it. Here we go. Tonight we featured like MercerSkye, RunePenrod, Broskif, cakejohnson, Cuervo, Bunny, Cooper's, and Dates to the V, Devil's Nest can be Dr. Enigma, Frambox, Consultant, MercerSkye, Mr. Rob, Music, Nato, Hardo, Zero, Ninja Fleas, Cubit, Quad Striker, Rooster Boy, RunePenrod, Smoky Juice, Squish, Source Rex, Shoots, 13 Now, Train VP, Vivid Gumbo, Wayne, and Wirm Drake. I'm not going to try for 2 times. I screwed up too much at the beginning. I just did it once. Thank you. Thank you to all y'all. I do this shout out. It's very important to me to do the shout out because without your contributions, this show would have been fundamentally different. I hope it's obvious after you've seen a show or a couple shows how just one sound will inspire me to create music that I would not have created otherwise. And so thank you for your contributions, everybody. We got 2 things left. We are going to start rolling our subcredits. I said your name wrong. Broskif, what did I say? I screwed up everybody's name in that. It was one of my worst performances ever. Let's see. We have Dr. Captain, General Lord, Vice Chancellor, Professor Spark, Assistant Mr. Instead of Skullvalanche, Kids District. I'm already behind. I guess I'm slow today. Anyway, while our subcredits roll, let us find who we can raid. Who is playing right now? Man, I'll tell you, I'm going to be frank. It's a little bit of a bummer that the top 9, I think it's like 9 of the top channels on the music category right now are basically radio stations. That's a little sad. But I see someone's playing music. Let's raid someone who's actually doing something live. Oh, what is this? Oh, wait. We've already raided that person. I don't know if we've raided this person before. Yeah, I love hearing new music. We're going to raid someone we've never raided before. If you've never raided before, here's how it's going to work. After I wave goodbye to you guys, our bot Tubi is going to paste the streamer's URL in the chat. Click on the URL, go to their channel, paste in our raid call. Our raid call is Etcetera raid with your favorite emotes. Here we go. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, RunePenrod. RunePenrod wrote something very kind in chat. Thank you so much, RunePenrod. Wow. Thank you. On that note, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say now, but yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. I hope to see you guys very soon. If not Wednesday, the next Monday. I'm taking Fridays off this month, not for vacation at all. Don't worry, I'm not slacking. It's that I have so many things I want to do for the show. And as you guys know, I have this other gig I'm doing right now, so I don't go bankrupt and go to jail. So I'm taking Fridays off. Hopefully in December I'll bring Fridays back. We'll see. But anyway, I'm very busy. I'm writing this light code to have crazy light shows. They're going to open up whole new possibilities. So no Fridays for November. So if I don't see you Wednesday, the next Monday or Wednesday, or the following Monday or Wednesday, or the following week, month, year, decade, century, millennium, eon, whenever it is, it'll be awesome to see you guys. Awesome to see you guys. I hope that whatever comes next includes the raid we're about to do. Broskif just right, kid, go get a hair, but you hippie. I think you missed a few words in there, Broskif. I think the problem is I have hair. I need to get. I don't need to get some hair. I need to get rid of some hair. I do look pretty hippie-esque though right now, don't I? I agree. I need a shave too. I'm gonna look like Rip Van Winkle pretty soon. You know, it's just I just don't have time to do anything right now. I'm just working. Okay. I hope whatever comes next includes a raid. I hope it includes drop by Discord. I will be in and out of Discord for a little bit. Come say hi. Ask me any questions I missed during the show. Yeah. Have a stellar rest of whatever comes next. And Jiffy and I will see you guys very soon. Eventually, I won't be apologizing about the look of the show. And, you know, I'll have it all done. But I'm not making any promises as to when anymore because I keep missing my deadlines. So thank you for your patience. I'll see you guys very soon. Oh, and once again, big thanks to Clarable Bunny for making our amazing new emote, the ETC Oops emote. Clarable Bunny has also made our sub badges and the ETC bulb emote. So thank you. And she's an amazing mod too. So everyone should thank Clarable Bunny. Thank you. Okay, I'll see you guys very soon. I'm the kid. Jiffy's asleep over there. Behind me is a white wall. To my left is a green wall. To my right is pegboard wall. And that way, it's just a window of the ocean. I have a beautiful window. You guys will never see it, but I just look out into the ocean every show. Okay, I'll see you guys later.